losses, 80% win rate, which is good all things considered. But today we actually didn't, or well, these 5 games, which are 6 days ago, we didn't actually play that well. And I sort of went back to the Smurf and kept playing on it because I maybe wasn't in the right headspace this day. I'm not too sure what really went wrong, but essentially we just played terribly. Like this loss was completely my fault, I believe. Well, maybe not completely my fault. Like other lanes didn't do that well, but as you can see, the Driven kind of gapped me pretty hard. But if we look at this, he's a Smurf. He's actually started getting a few losses, but look at his average tier is Emerald 1 when he's in Emerald 4. 22 wins, 8 losses, so he's actually flying up the ranks. He literally just wasn't losing for a few days, or back whenever I was playing. Like, he was just winning every single game with his Nami support. They're obviously just a Smurf duo. And then he's ended up playing a bit of jungle on his own, which seems to have worked out quite well. I'm not sure if he is a ADC main or not, but either way, that's not much of an excuse. I still could have played it much better. Maybe the Kog'Maw pick wasn't the best pick to be playing against a Draven, because I didn't really know that I was going to be playing against that. I just saw the Lulu and thought, oh, we can play Kog'Maw here, because it used to be quite strong. And normally it is. Normally you can bully your lanes, but apparently in these games it did not. But anyways, we'll take a look at my Smurf just to make me feel a wee bit better. We're on quite a big win streak at the minute, and we actually got into Emerald 4, 53 wins, 31 losses. So, I mean, it's not as good as that other guy, but, I mean, I'll take it. So, let's sort of get on into these games. I'd say the only one that I really played well was the Amumu game, and the rest were just kind of rough. The Jinx game wasn't too bad. I feel like I was starting to get back into the swing of things in this game. It's a really hard lane because of the Hui and the Ezreal poke, but we just had to play very safe, and then as you can see later on in the game I came back. So let's take a look at that. If we go into our match history now, and then the first game was this Kog'Maw game, so let's take a wee look at that. I mean, I still did like most damage. It's because I kept trying to fight, and it felt like my team were never really ever wanting to get involved with the fights. Like, whenever we realized that the Driven had a like massive shutdown, it just felt like, I don't know, they just weren't interested in actually trying to make a risky play to get that shutdown from him. So yeah, the game in general just like started off like terribly for me. I don't know what happened, like an early trade or something like that. First of all, we leashed. I think that was the big downfall. I saw Lulu over there and I was like, right, well, I guess I can't really walk into lane. But maybe she knew that anyways. Maybe she knew we were going to get pushed under tower because it is Draven. So let's sort of zoom out. I think here the lane's okay, like we're just playing safe, it's what we should do, but Lulu sort of gets chunked out there. I don't know what she was really doing. I feel like I played that part of the lane like okay, like the first like bit. We're obviously down in farm. Oh no, we're not even, we're only down by like 3 CS, which is actually not terrible, but we just, like this game, I sort of thought to myself like we are relying on everyone else doing well. The Driven also went Bloodthirster first item. I think this trade was also bad for me. I don't know why I traded there. I should have just accepted it. I need items. But Driven went Bloodthirster, and it felt like, because we had no anti-heal, like Kog'Maw doesn't really build anti-heal. I think Bran should have built it, and I was trying to get him to, but he just sort of wasn't. I think if this play had worked out, maybe I should have just died for it, because Kindred was obviously there. That was kind of rough. Maybe I should have just died for the play. I tried to kill the Driven, I'm not too sure. Either way, then we start shoving in, but we can't really get close because they have so much lane pressure now. I think Driven already has BF sword, yeah. And the CS advantage starts to go up, so then we get a gank, but Viego just sort of dies and he spam pings us, I guess. And then, oh, we died there. I'm not sure how, because the directed camera went off. I guess they just dive. I think I thought Lulu was going to be here, but she had walked away. And I mean, I get a kill from it, but it's not great. Aurelia is starting to gap the Mbessa. But yeah, then after this point, I think I just sort of, I don't even know, like we're just constantly fighting, and like my Lulu's getting run up on, and I'm trying to help her. Maybe I should just let her die. Kindred played this game perfectly because of like the invade she did. She knew she had the pressure. I get a kill there. Oh, back to the Cogwell. Yeah, and the tower's like just gonna die. I don't know. I think Viego, after he was like, right, screw this. I'm not coming bot anymore. Like after we had died, I think that was like pretty bad. But actually, I died as well. Let me see. Kog'Maw. Yeah, I just not respecting the driven damage there. I think at this point I'm like slightly tilted potentially, especially because the rest of the map. Okay, it's actually going fine the rest of the map. Maybe we should have just been. Yeah, once again died trying to get the shutdown on the with my passive of the wee bomb. It just wasn't working. I mean, Aurelia getting a double kill. I think this fight here is like what sort of ends the game, to be honest, for us. I think that potentially Brand could have just went a wee bit harder. Like he sort of just like runs away at this point, and like I don't know, like potentially we can fight it. Maybe not. I guess he doesn't have. I mean, he did have the damage, and Lulu kills him, but like that's a shutdown onto Lulu. Like 673 gold. Why didn't like the Brand just like flash him or something like that? I don't know. He just sort of like walked back a wee bit too far. And I'm against the Ahri, which is kind of rough as well. It's not really good lane for me. But yeah, the game just sort of snowballs out of control. Like even Ahri's like killing me. Kindred makes a good play once again, jumps over, kills me. So yeah. We get another kill, but I think Lulu actually took that, even though my bomb was going to explode on her. I think here, like, I don't know, I think we just have to try and die for the kill. This is really unlucky, and I think that's whenever the game was, like, well and truly over. So I'm not too sure. I don't know what else I could have really done in this game. I think Driven just got too far ahead, like, I don't know. Just terrible game from me. So that's my bad completely. And then we actually got filled into the jungle, and we had pretty much perfect game, to be quite honest. I was kind of surprised by that. Like, obviously I don't play jungle like that much, but the Amumu pick is very easy to play. And I mean, I do play jungle. Like, it's my second role, but normally it doesn't go as well as this, but this game went really well for us, so that was really good. So we'll take a look at this quickly. I don't think there's much to really say in this game, other than like just good pathing, good ganks, like just knowing Amumu better than the Rek'Sai. I think when the Rek'Sai didn't get a lead, I think that the game just sort of like ran away from him, and like Amumu's just so much more useful late game than the Rek'Sai. Also, I thought that we had the Nami driven again in the bot lane, which they did do well, but like obviously not the Smurfs from last game, because I feel like they would have ran that lane down over and over. Do get the first blood, double kill. Then they sort of fall off, but I thought that they would be fine. I'm not too sure. Yeah, just your typical pathing. I decided to go for the Krugs as well, And then we sort of moved down. We know he's there, but luckily my Darius has a prio. And then we actually just go for the dive on that guy. I die for it though, which seems to be a common theme whenever I'm playing jungle. Like, I die to get like my laner ahead, but I think it's potentially worth there. Uh, just because Darius, pretty good champ if he can get a lead. It's kind of hard to play into. Um, then we run down bot, but I know there's a pink ward in there. And then I use the Q to get around division on the dragon. But they obviously know we're probably on it. So I attempt to go up to Grubbies, but I don't think I even try. Oh no, potentially I do, because I didn't realize he was going to wait there that long. So, yeah, no, I didn't get the Grubbies, which is unfortunate, but we did get a kill. And that like just puts Rek'Sai behind, you know what I mean? Like, I check his entire blue side, but nothing's there. So I run back to my blue side, take it before he can. Probably could have invaded red, but I kind of thought that he'd be going down that side, and yeah. It's really good play as well. I somehow stay alive and we get all three, because Driven ulti, which is really good. So I was just in the right place at the right time, I think. There, I don't think I really had to do that much, other than a few like Q engages, which is pretty solid. But yeah, I think I'm just like staying ahead on farm like decently well. I think I do fall off on farm for a bit though. I'm not too sure at what point in the game that is, and then I eventually just come back. Then we get the Grubbies, because we're trying to get the feats. Getting the 3 Grubbies there in return of their 3 Grubbies, and we have a ward on Dragon. I just 1v1 the Diana there because she thinks she can beat me, but she doesn't realize how tanky I am, and that I have literally full Leandries and she hasn't finished her Leandries because of how far ahead I am. So I just knew I could fight it, especially with ult. Like, it's a bit of a waste of ult, but like I knew that once she's dead, like we just can go to Dragon for free. Like, there's nothing there. And she had wasted ult and everything, so there we go. It was just sort of a chain CC of like Q, then ult as soon as she comes out, making sure it's timed well. And then I kill him again. Dana unfortunately has to flash for me and kill me, but I mean, Rek'Sai's dead for it, like it means that he's still behind. So yeah, and then after this, I think the game's just pretty much won. Like, we're so far ahead. Obviously don't get there in time to save these guys, but I get the minions, which is always solid. I need to start doing that more, because there's the odd time I see a wave and I don't collect it before getting my camps, but I should always collect wave before getting camps, I think, is what I learned from this game. So I need to sort of keep that in my head whenever I play jungle again, because a lot of the times I do not. And then we just go up and kill the Mundo here, because he doesn't realize that I'm going to be there. And then there's Rift Herald. We sort of push them off it. Get it. Pretty solid. Then I know that Rek'Sai's down here. Set that there. Get the ulti. Kill them both. Then we get the tower. So, I mean, pretty solid from there. From the Darius there, he sort of set that up for me big time. For me to just run around them and then drop their Rift Herald, so if they ever run back to tower, we just kill them. My team get a kill there, which means free dragon. It seems like the enemy team just keep dying before objectives. They just weren't really coherent in what they were attempting to do, and they weren't aware of the objectives that they needed to get next. So yeah, as you can see, I'm like level 14, highest level in the game now at this point, because I picked up minion waves and also other things. And then I get a big ulti here, we just wipe them. We go for Atakan, and once you get Atakan, it feels like the game sort of snowballs. If you're already ahead and you get Atakan, like, the game just snowballs out of control for the enemy team. We also have the 3 dragons. I think dragons are very useful this season as well. It feels like they're more important than the grubs. Seems to be a lot of like team fighting on objectives. Ashe, she's dead. I sort of forcing a fight there. I like get a pick, and like I knew my team was coming. Didn't know that their team was coming, to be fair. So maybe should have been bit more careful, but because I was so far ahead, I knew like at least I'm killing her. Do you know what I mean? Now level 16, highest level in the game. Still farming away because I know that I can get even stronger. There's nothing else on the map. Luckily they killed that guy there and I didn't even need to make a play. And then just fourth strike happens and then we pretty much just run them down and end the game, I think. Or potentially we need to get a Baron, I'm not sure. Nope, not even, they just fight and they can't kill me. I'm pumping away damage and just healing. And then they FF. So, pretty solid game. Kept my lead quite well and sort of forced things that I knew I could force, which was really good for me. So the next game was Corky game, and I really didn't have a good time. I don't know if it was this Vel'Koz was hitting me with so many Qs in lane, and I mean, like on paper, I think our team is good. I didn't really like the Bard pick here. Bard's good into like melee champs, I feel like, whenever they're like actually walking up for minion up to the minion wave, whereas like this Vel'Koz was never really doing that, and I'm pretty sure the Bard was like one of the last picks as well. So not really sure why he picked Bard. But Bard's also like he's good with Corky into melee, but like Corky is not good into like this range that they have. So that was kind of unfortunate. I think we just got like lost in champ select, like potentially. But yeah, as you can see, if we speed it up here, I'm not too sure like what really went wrong this lane. Like constantly getting hit by Vel'Koz Qs and poked out, so it meant that we couldn't really do anything. And MF's actually a good counter for Corky because well, at the start, like Corky can beat her, but once she gets Bloodthirster, he just can't really kill her unless he's one-shotting her later on. I think there, if we get a kill, like it's massive, but like I've wasted barrier, she hasn't. As you can see, Bard just can't do anything in this lane, it feels like. And I'm not sure if he was the best Bard player I've ever seen, you know what I mean? Like, just not great. I also think a Mumu could have early ganked, potentially, because like obviously Graves is just farming. Graves actually, I think, gets out of that, to be honest. Yeah, he might. Yeah, he does, and a Mumu dies for it. They wasted too much time fighting, and I don't know where Bard is. I'm just getting poked out. Like Corky's really not good into this Vel'Koz poke lane, is what I found. And then MF just walks up and one-shots me, which I should have been aware of. So that's bad play from me. I should have played safer. And then here we think we can fight. We just can't ever catch them because like the Vel'Koz just hitting us with abilities as we're running them down. Like we sort of just, I think a melee engage could have been like the go play, whereas like Bard doesn't really do that. He doesn't really engage unless he gets a good ulti off. And I don't know if he did this game. Thought I could kill MF there. Just forcing fights for no reason. Like, look at her item, Bloodthirster. I don't have Triforce yet. I shouldn't be fighting. But I thought because I had barrier, I could maybe surprise her with the damage I do, which I nearly did, but it's not good enough. I mean, both are ultis used. We get away. But yeah, like, I don't really know, like, other than the lane, I think I should just look at the lane before going into games. And this game, I don't think I looked at the lane and thought, right, we're going to be super weak here. I mean, I kill MF there. Yeah, it just felt like Bard just didn't really achieve anything. And then eventually Cassian just got the late game. And it was just, what can we do to play? Get another kill there. Like in the mid game, I sort of start to play slightly better, if that makes sense. But it's so hard for me to get in. And once I get in, like, I'm in Graves auto attack range. MF just has Bloodthirster, so she's so tanky. Vel'Koz can just hit me easy. Cassante, I'm okay into Cassante, but like, I mean, I'm still so close because of the range I don't have on Corky. It feels like I want to get in and use my abilities. So yeah, really not good. Like, we're just taking silly fights as well, I think, whenever objectives are up, and I think we should be team fighting earlier. like this, but I mean, I think we just need to be aware that we can't ever fight anyone 1v1, and maybe I don't do that properly, I'm not too sure. But this game was for sure winnable. I think like we were coming back into the game. I think us not taking that Atakan is what kind of threw the game. I think if Mumu should have came straight there. So I got a triple kill, but like it's whatever. Doesn't really achieve anything. Castle is just like giga farming, and I think eventually I throw the game by like being top when I shouldn't be. To be honest, like I think this game's completely my fault once again, because I go top and then Cassidon just like one shots me as I'm recalling it. I didn't even see it. We got the Drake. I mean, game's in a solid place right now. Like I thought this game was like a bit more of a stomp than I actually thought it was. I'm trying to take Atakan again because I see that like no one else is on the top side on their team, but like our team just don't want to take it. And then eventually like and I also feel like we should just push our like team fight because it's really good with like a Mumu and Galio. We do get it actually, which I didn't remember doing actually, which is good. This fight here, I think the team sort of left me, and that's another thing with Corki. Like once he goes in, he has like no other real play that he can do. So like Graves comes up behind, I'm like out, but like not really. I'm trying to run to the team, but they're like Amumu's just ignoring me here, and like trying to kill the MF really badly. But I think the fight is just so much better if, and that's really bad TP from Malawi. I think the fight's just so much better if you play around me there. So kind of unfortunate that their entire team just killed each ADC, but like me being dead is like worse for the team because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm quite strong. Like 14k, maybe MF did need to die because she's so much further ahead than me. I'm not too sure. But either way, I think we could have played it better. Like, I think Amumu didn't need to help the Galio. Galio and Bard were going to kill the MF. She's like 1 HP. Yeah. This is me going top, getting one shot, and that's just GG. Everyone gets caught fighting solo. Like, we're not team fighting ever. It's really not good. And Cassidon's just so strong at this point. And that's the game over. So a bit of a sad one, to be quite honest. What else could I have really done? Like, I really struggled in that lane. And then I think because of that game, like, I sort of tilted. And this is why this one went so bad as well, into the Corki. But later on, I didn't... My whole play this game was... Because I noticed that every single time Nautilus and Corki saw me, they would just go on me, like, full engage. And once Corki's W'd in, he just, like, doesn't really have an escape. So like they were so ahead, but they kept doing this as I'll show you in this game, and I was only doing that, and I don't know how they didn't see what I was doing because I did it about like maybe 5 times over the course of the game. I was only ever stepping up that much whenever I knew that my team was about. So yeah, kind of funny. But they literally just hard through the game for themselves by just full on engaging on the ADC every single time, which I guess is fine. Also, I found it quite hard to play with an elite support. I kind of forgot that had happened. I didn't really know when we were strong. I also think this early fight just like screwed us, to be honest. I thought maybe we would be a wee bit stronger level 1 because she is ulti and can change over, but maybe it's a level 3 engage. It was our play. So I think I threw the lane there by like not being aware of what my support does, and when she's strong I should just let her do the stuff. But I thought she wanted to fight because she knew that she was strong, but apparently not. But yeah, later on in the game, like they literally just kept fighting me over and over. I mean, that was good, to be fair. We should be back in the game at this point, but Kha'Zix dies, which is quite unfortunate. It also feels like MF I don't know, I couldn't really do much in these fights. Kha'Zix didn't get down in time. I think it was just like bad lane, to be honest, for me and the Elise. I think I've noticed quite often, like whenever we uh, we have a strong lane, like I can actually carry the games. So see, whenever I have like a terrible laning phase, that was really good from Nautilus. I don't know how we didn't see him there. We should have been aware of it. But I mean, they killed the Nautilus and the Corki, so is it really that bad? I think they were just like dying for me over and over. As you can see, it's already like begun. They're just like going all in for the ADC, which is actually quite funny. But we'll speed this game up. I'm sort of just like taking the hits and dying because I know I'm not worth that much gold, and like I know I'm out of the game like at this point. That one was terrible. I don't know why I fought him there. But yeah, eventually like they're just they're not playing as a team once again later on, but they're doing so well like in the early game. But Kha'Zix gets another kill on the Corki. Do you know what I mean? Like we're just feeding the rest of the team and hoping that they can play the game later for us. This is really rough. I didn't expect like Nautilus to just flash over there whenever I was taking that pink ward, but it was kind of stupid for me to not assume that. That was a good fight. Corki just sort of zoned out by my ulti. I didn't really actually hit him the whole entire time, but I mean, not terrible. And then I don't know what I'm doing there, trying to fight him. I think because I thought I had Bloodthirster, I'm like, oh, I can fight now. Nope, you cannot. Corki is far too far ahead. Not being aware of your matchup. Because I thought last game, but like last game the MF had a lead on me, so like it's just sort of one of them ones that MF can compete with Corki, but you need to like get ahead or like be even, and then you can fight him. But I was obviously not even, so I don't know what I was doing. Once again, them just going all in for me. This time it didn't work out though, which kind of is unfortunate. But I mean, we get Drake for nothing, to be quite honest. And then this is them, like, this is them doing their all-in engage on me. And yeah, we know that Young's there. So, I mean, Young's just getting fed at this point, so it's kind of free for us. Once he gets a late game, it's really hard for Corki to play the game, I think. Just farming away, because I know that I can maybe still be useful if I can get the farm. I don't know what they're doing up top, but like, it's really bad whatever it is. Because I know Corki's like getting a kill, but like, he's just getting, like, he's just dying too often. And like, we come out better from that. Apart from the fact that we lose mid lane, actually. But I mean, it's not terrible. I also think MF's a big, like, Mel's a big counter to MF because of her Q bounce. It like can literally just bounce back and one-shot you. It's really crazy. Especially if you've got to bounce onto her. This is just mostly zoning. I'm just sort of letting my team play the game. Once again, they're just like going way too engage, to be quite honest. And we just come out better and get the objective. So that's us 4 Drakes. So we did really well on the Drakes. Like, how is bot lane winning that hard and you're not getting the dragons? I'm not sure if that's an Amumu thing or if that's... Once again, that's me just pushing here because I know that my team's about. Kha'Zix gets kill. Elise comes in, kills. Like, they're literally just throwing the game. I think they do it again here, mid lane. That's how we look. Like, I literally think they come again and try and fight me. Never mind. We just start Drake. And I actually died a Drake, but I think my dog actually was, oh, it's further behind than this. I think my dog was actually like trying to get up on my seat. So I was like, alright, we're just doing this. And picked her up. Didn't realize that we had pulled off, and then was like one-handed, like trying to run about, and like, oh no, it's just too late. I didn't realize that we were just gonna, I was gonna take that much damage from the aggro change. So that could have actually lost us the game there. My dog, like, trying to get up on my seat, on my desk, and sit with me while I'm playing, but there you go. Once again, them just going all in for me. Don't realize that my Young's hyper fed. So Corky and Nautilus once again just throwing the game for their team to kill the MF only. And I feel like I can be an issue with that as well. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I do really well here to get all the push in, and we just end the game. I feel like I can be like, see, once I get ahead, like I just go all in for like someone that isn't that important. So maybe I should look into that as well. Make sure I'm not doing the same mistake as them. Play this game quite well. Luckily, our top side is really strong. Ezreal gets strong as well, and the Hui was incredibly annoying this game. It seems like the poke lanes are really annoying in lane, but then if you can survive lane somehow, like it feels like the melee was just so much more useful. If that makes sense. So yeah, we'll have a look at this one, and then this is our last game, and now we can play another 5 whenever I get the chance. But I think I'm gonna leave it for a while because I'm actually not at my normal setup, so I don't feel 100% comfortable in it, and I can do well. So I'm just gonna keep playing on the Smurf. I mean, it is a higher elo, it's Emerald 4 right now. So we'll see if we can get close to Diamond this year on it and the main, which might be quite good. Because I mean, I'm still learning. And then hopefully, once we play the rest this week, then on the main I can potentially do quite well on it. And hopefully the games are a lot easier than the games these last 5. Because the first 5 went really well, and I thought I played quite well in most of them. Apart from maybe like the Shinzao Jungle one last week. But like, these games were just horrible for me, to be quite honest. This game is just like survive, like that is all we're trying to do here, and I feel like we are quite well. Apart from here, I get caught, and then I'm recalling, and Hui hits me. So rough, so rough. I should have just walked on out, like walked the mid tower. Like, what am I doing? I feel like that sort of tilted me as well, and it sort of put me out of the game for a bit. My melee sort of just leaves me, but I'm aware of this, so like I don't really take that much damage. I take a bit of poke damage. Oh, right there, yeah. Bit too much, I guess, but at least I'm smart enough to recall. And then the Ahri comes down, but unfortunately Jarvan was there, and we didn't expect that. But I mean, like, Diana double kill, we'll take it like for a Jarvan and whatever Ezreal kill maybe. I don't know, I'm not too sure, but I mean, it's not terrible. Now I nearly killed the Hui there because he's just like running. He's spaced too far forward, and he doesn't realize I can still just run him down even though I'm behind. We have to give that dragon, but Diana's getting grubs for it. She doesn't even get them all, but it's fine. I feel like this early game from us, like, it was really like rough, and I'm like trying to protect this tower, but just can't. And Diana gets another double kill. Luckily she gets fed, so I mean, she sort of carries the early game for us, I think. Or the mid game, I guess, until I can get to late and I'm a bit more useful. And I just sort of outscale the Ezreal and Hui. Especially with melee, it's kind of handy. Get caught out there. And then I think, yeah, me picking up them things there, not worth, because I just die from it. I should just ran on out. But he has flash. He just flashed on me while I was picking up the fruits. I don't think I went cull. Oh, I did go cull this game. And I think it sort of helps me like catch up slightly, because maybe I'm like maybe around the same money once I sell it. Maybe still slightly behind Ezreal on like gold for CS, but obviously he's way ahead on like kills, etc. Once again, the Jarvan just got me. It's a bit of a rough fight from us. We can't really do much, but Ahri comes in and then just dies. Diana goes in, dies. Yeah. At this point, it's looking really bad. Imagine I hit Hui or Ezreal there. It's like massive for us. I sort of don't decide what to do there. I think I need to decide quicker as well what lane I'm going to, or if I'm going to a play or not. Like, because once you make the decision, like, but I guess at that point, like, I didn't know if the play was dead, but I should have just been more aware. I guess more game knowledge, and I'd be more aware of that. This fight kind of rough, but like I get like a kill on the Ezreal, and that's about it. We lose Atakan for it though. But Ari does enough damage to actually stop them, and I think we're just fighting over Atakan for ages. But then they just sort of give it because they go for Dragon, and then we just try and run down the. I get a wee ulti there, but it's not on the. It's just on the clone, but it helps Alawi chase them down, and then just stand still because the Mundo wasn't even attacking me. So that their play was sort of like what brought us back into the game, which was with Atakan, gave us the confidence to do it, which I'm glad about. And then this is me just farming up for the next while. I believe getting towers, etc. Nearly killed the Mundo with ulti, just not enough damage. And Alawi gets a double kill on her own. Yeah, Alawi actually hard carried this as well, like she literally played it so well. Like she got a double kill on the bot lane, like there, and then we just sort of push and then get back in. Obviously they're back alive though by that point, but we had the control of the Baron pit. We have the Baron now. It's hard to it sort of allows us to like have more time to come back into the game. And I'm not really sure what happens to this trick, if we get it or not. We do, and Jarvan just sort of dies for it, and once like one person dies, I don't think they realize that we can just like run them down. I don't know what Mundo was really thinking here. He might actually get away. No, I hit him with a W, and then that's just him dead. I think I actually go Lord Dom's third this game, because I've noticed in a lot of my ADC games that if I don't get Lord Doms, like I'm literally doing no damage. Like I get IE third, but like I can't. It doesn't matter about the extra crit because if there's a tank in the enemy team, because like they just take no damage. I also think it's just useful anyways, because like loads of bruisers and like stuff will get ninja tabbies as well. So like the extra armor pen to break through the ninja tabbies or the plated steel caps, it's pretty useful. So yeah, the Rise was really annoying this game. Actually, we were actually stronger at this point, and we just the Rise was just never fighting us, and like just constantly going for the backdoor pushes. But it also allowed us to just keep farming and getting ahead of their team. Like they literally couldn't do anything. As you can see, Lord Doms, but we have no anti-heal, so maybe I should have got the anti-heal one. But I think like Lord Doms is just so much better on me. Maybe not this game. Maybe I should have went the anti-heal to just kill the Mundo. But I thought that we could kill him quick enough with Lord Doms. That was my like thinking. But maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have went the anti-heal one, the Mortal Reminder. We get Baron again. I get an assist and then sort of just run them down. Miss a W there, but like look at the Rise, like backdoor, like it's so annoying. But it's like giving us free farm 24/7 because his team are never getting to farm because his waves are always pushed. And like look at the gold gap now, like we're just constantly farming up. And at this point, like I'm just killing away for nothing. Like he's just taking so much damage, and so is the Jarvan actually. The only person it takes a while to kill is the Mundo. So, I mean, should be pretty much GG now at this point. I actually overforced there because I thought that I could just like end. Like once I get one kill, I just kill them all. Because I think, yeah, I had Vamsep as well, and I thought Melio could have like healed me a bit more. But I think that was just me overforcing, and I need to be careful of that. Luckily, Alawi is just like going crazy on them. I think. She's so strong at this point, and so is Diana. Like they played it really well. Now like look at Alawi, like just fighting. I was actually telling her to be careful because like it felt like she was doing what I was doing, but I guess she can get away with what I can't, and that's like being like uber greedy and like trying to fight. And I think at one point then we just like base race the Rise. So this is our third Baron in this game, I think. Yeah. But it doesn't even get to a Baron because of this fight. So watch this last fight. I sort of just get crapped on by the Rise. coming in the side, and like he played that really well. But unfortunately for him, Ilawi is like about to pop off here. Yeah. And then Dana makes a really good play on this way. Actually unlucky that she just doesn't die because she has the tankiness and the healing. Like, she's just doing crazy work. Ilawi comes, finishes off this guy. Oh no, she doesn't even. But obviously, once again, Rise is doing what Rise does best, and I just tell the team, like, literally just stand. Because Mundo's on recall, Rise is now on recall because he was trying to hit inhib. Like, what is he doing? Like, he doesn't realize it's 41 minutes and we just like shred through this entire base. Like, even with no minions, we could have done that. So that's us finished. So 8-2, 5 games, pretty rough to be quite honest, compared to the quadra kill, the triple kill. Do you know what I mean? Tough games, but one of them, we'll say, fair enough. I was against Smurf bot lane, and our bot lane, Lulu sort of took a few chunks. This game, Bard sort of, I think this was just lane diff. My champ was just not great into their team, like, at all. So, what can you do? I think we need to just be more aware of whenever we're going into games like that. We just need to be a lot more safe, I guess. So yeah, I think that's going to do us. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next ranked review. Goodbye, guys.